Hi everyone, my name is Courtney. I am Fiber Fox Studios and welcome to Mosaic Monday. Today we are going to be working on another chart from the Myra's Medallion chart set, which is pattern number 59. This will be for chart 4 in that chart set, which is the isolated full medallion. This is done in a new multiple. It's a multiple of 16 plus 4. We're going to begin working in color A, and then of course you will need a color B as well, because you're going to always need at least 2 colors to work these patterns. You will be able to find the link to the Etsy shop where you can purchase the chart set if you want to, but please remember you never ever have to buy anything. I am going to teach you the entire design here in this tutorial here today. If you do want to purchase it though, the chart set is down below, along with other helpful information, the crochet hook that I'm using, yarn that I use, and row start times, project ideas can all be found down in the description box on this video. So please check that out if you're interested in anything that you see and want to know what it is or how to get it. Beyond that, we just need to grab 2 colors of yarn, your favorite crochet hook, and let's jump in and get started. To begin, you are going to grab color A. For those of you who are going to refer to the chart set as well, we are working chart number 4. You can find that information on the left upper corner. Just above each chart, you will find the chart title, which gives you the chart number and a brief description. So chart 4 for this tutorial, we're going to chain in our multiple of 16 over and over as many times as you would like. If you're going to work flat, you are going to add 4 more chains to the end of that chain count. If you are working in the round, you are just simply going to chain in the multiple 16 over and over, and then you will slip stitch to the first chain you made to form a ring, and then you will begin working the repeats only in this video, beginning in that same stitch that you slip stitch into. You're going to maintain that original chain count, and your chain will always be divisible by the pattern's multiple, which in this case is 16. For the rest of us, if you are going to work flat just like me, you're going to get that starting chain ready, multiples of 16, add 4 to the end, and we're going to begin row 1 now. To begin row 1, we are going to be skipping the first chain from our hook and moving into the second chain from our hook to work a traditional single crochet. So we go completely into that stitch under the V, and now we're going to grab and pull up a loop just like normal and finish working our single crochet. Now we're going to begin our repeat for row number 1, which is very simple. We're going to be working a back loop only single crochet into each and every stitch. And by back loop only, I mean that we are picking up just this one side of our stitch, one leg of it. So you'll have just one little strip over your hook. And now you're just going to work a single crochet like normal from there. And you're going to place one of those in each and every single stitch except for the very last stitch of the row. We will meet up at the end of the row when you have one stitch left, and I will show you how to work all of your row ends and bind off. We are now here at the end of row number 1. We have exactly 1 stitch left. So in the last stitch of every single row, we need to work a traditional single crochet, meaning that we have to go under both legs of the stitch under that V, so that you have the complete stitch under your hook or on your hook. And now we are going to grab and pull up our loop just like normal and finish out a single crochet. From here, you do not turn your work. We are actually going to bind off. So for me, I do a knotted bind off, and this is what I recommend. You chain up 2, clip that yarn, and then you'll pull down and cinch that into a little knot. So now that we have clipped our yarn, we have these two little chains, and I just place my thumb and index just above those two chains, and I'm going to push down with the thumb and index while I pull up on this little tail, and the end result of it is this cute little knot here at the end of your row. Now we're going to begin row number 2, and I'll show you how you join on every single row. So we'll be alternating our colors. We just return back to the start of the row. We don't turn our work. We want to find the very first V, the complete V here that we see. We want to make sure that we do not work into this little bump here. This is actually that turning chain that we used to begin row number 1, that chain we skipped. So we want to scoot that down with our finger, get it out of the way, and make sure that we insert in to the V, going completely under the stitch. So we're picking up the complete stitch in this case. And now we're going to grab color B and begin row number 2. So we grab color B and we're just going to lay that across our hook. And then we will pull up that loop, chain 1. Now we're going to go back into that same exact stitch and finish out our traditional single crochet. So go into the complete stitch. We can drop our tail now and just pull up our working yarn to complete our traditional single crochet. Others call this a border stitch here at the beginning of your row. Either way, we want to join on each row with our color for the row. Now our repeat for row number 2 is going to begin, and it's exactly like row 1. We're going to be working the back loop only single crochet in every stitch, except for the last stitch of the row. We'll be doing the traditional single crochet in that one, but you're going to be hearing me refer to the repeat stitches that are single crochets from here forward as only single crochets, instead of saying back loop only single crochet, because you'll know that when we are working our mosaic stitches, when we're working our repeats, all of our single crochets are always worked in the back loop only. So you're going to place 1 single crochet in all of your stitches all the way down, making sure to work only in the back loop. And then we will meet up for row number 3 in just a moment. Remember, last stitch of the row, you're going to do your traditional single crochet or border stitch, and then bind off. Row 3 begins now, and we are working in color A. Row number 3's repeat begins with 8 double crochets. And we're going to be working all of our double crochets exactly as I'm about to show you. So we wrap our yarn just like normal, but we're going to identify the very next stitch. And then we need to slide down 2 rows below, picking up the front loop on the corresponding color A row below. So we're going to pick up that front loop and we are going to grab and pull up a loop. And now we need to grab and pull through 2. And grab and pull through 2 just like normal. So you're going to work all of your double crochets, dropping down and covering up our previous color row. So in this case, it's color B. So we're covering up the color B row to help make our shapes. So now that is 1 of our 8 double crochets. So we need to work 7 more. So here's number 2. Again, identify the very next stitch. And if you are uncertain where the stitch is, you can always fold back the double crochet. Each double crochet takes up 1 stitch back here on this previous row. So when we put our stitch back in place, we can tell that this is our very next stitch. So let's work our second double crochet. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to continue our repeat with 1 single crochet worked in the very next stitch. And now we will end our repeat with 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now let's recap what we have done. Row number 3's repeat began with 8 double crochets, 1 single crochet, and we end the repeat with 7 double crochets. So now we're going to work this repeat together one more time for those of you who are new. But for those of you who aren't, you know what to do. You can skip ahead. The row start time is down in the description. So now we're going to start our repeat again. So this is how you continue to work. We have ended the repeat with the 7 double crochets. Now we start the repeat back over with 8 double crochets. So beginning right here in the very next stitch, we begin our first of the 8. So here's number 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and number 8. Now we work 1 single crochet, and we end the repeat with 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 ends that repeat. So now we have completed 2 repeats of our design on this row, and we're now here at the row end. So we've just completed 7 double crochets to end the repeat, and at the end of every single row throughout this pattern, you will find that you have 2 stitches left. In the very next stitch, which is the second to last stitch from the row end, we are going to restart our repeat for 1 stitch. So whatever our repeat begins with, that is what goes in this next stitch. And then of course, the final stitch of the row is a traditional single crochet going completely into the stitch under the V. So let's work the row end for row number 3. So our repeat begins with double crochet. So we will be working a double crochet here in the second to last stitch. And then traditional single crochet into the very last stitch of the row. Do our border stitch. And now we chain up and bind off. So doing that down here to even out this last pattern on your row, you will see that you now have 8 double crochets on the very last pattern at the row end. And if you look at the start of your row, you have 8 double crochets at the start. That's how we began. So now our row end and row starts match up perfectly. So now we're going to move on to row number 4. Row number 4 begins now, and we are working in color B. Row 4's repeat begins with 8 single crochets. Worked over these next 8 stitches. Here's number 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 1 double crochet. And we will end our repeat by working 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that ends our repeat. Let's recap it. Row number 4's repeat began with 8 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 7 single crochets. So you're going to continue to work that exact set of stitches all the way down your row, and you will meet up with me when you're ready for row number 5. Row 5 begins now, and we are working in color A. Row 5's repeat begins with 6 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5. And we will end the repeat by working 5 double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that ends our repeat. Let's recap it. Row number 5's repeat began with 6 double crochets, 5 single crochets, and then we end the repeat with 5 double crochets. You're going to continue to work that exact set of stitches and meet up with me when you're ready for the next row. Row 6 begins now, and we are working in color B. Our repeat for row number 6 begins with 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 1 single crochet, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and we end the repeat by working 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5. So that ends the repeat. Let's recap it. Row 6 repeat began with 6 single crochets, 2 double crochets, 1 single crochet, 2 double crochets, and we end the repeat with 5 single crochets. So continue to work that exact set and meet up with me when you're ready for the next row. Row 7 begins now, and we are working in color A. Row 7's repeat begins with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 double crochet, 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we end our repeat with 2 double crochets. One, and number 2. That ends our repeat. Let's recap. Number 7, or row 7's. Row 7's repeat began with 3 double crochets, 5 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 5 single crochets, and we end with 2 double crochets. So you will continue to work that exact set of stitches and meet up with me when you're ready for row number 8. Row number 8 begins now, and we are working in color B. Row 8's repeat begins with 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 1 double crochet, 9 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 double crochet, 1 and we will end the repeat with 2 single crochets. 1, 2. So that ends our repeat. Let's recap it. Row number 8's repeat began with 3 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 9 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 single crochets will end that repeat. So you will continue to work that exact set of stitches and meet up with me when you are ready for row number 9. Row number 9 begins now, and we are working in color A. Row number 9's repeat begins with 2 double crochets. One and number 2. 2 single crochets. One and number 2. 1 double crochet. Three single crochets. One, 2, 3, 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 1 double crochet, 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and we end the repeat with 1 double crochet. So let's recap what we have done. Row number 9's repeat began over here with 2 double crochets, 2 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 single crochets, 1 double crochet. So you're going to continue to work that exact set and meet up with me when you're ready for our next row. Row number 10 begins now, and we are working in color B. Row 10's repeat begins with 2 single crochets, 1, 2, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 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 1 single crochet, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and we end our repeat with 1 single crochet. So now let's recap what we have done. Row 10's repeat began with 2 single crochets, 2 double crochets, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 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 1 single crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 single crochet. So that's a grand total of 16 stitches for your repeat. So if you're writing down, taking notes, make sure that you count up all the stitches you write down, and you'll have exactly 16 stitches when you total that up. So you're going to keep repeating that exact set of stitches, and then we'll meet up for row 11 whenever you're ready. Row 11 begins now, and we are working in color A. Row 11's repeat begins with 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 1 double crochet, 7 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1 double crochet, and 3 single crochets ends our repeat. 1, 2, 3. So let's recap what we've done. Row number 11's repeat began with 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 7 single crochets, 1 double crochet, and we end with 3 single crochets. So you will continue to repeat that exact set of stitches and meet up with me for row number 12. Row 12 begins now, and we are working in color B. Row number 12's repeat begins with 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 double crochet will end that repeat. So let's recap it. Row number 12's repeat began with 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 5 single crochets, 3 double crochets, 5 single crochets, and we end the repeat with 1 double crochet. So you're going to continue to work that exact set of stitches and meet up with me when you're ready for row 13. Row number 13 begins now, and we are working in color A. Row 13's repeat begins with 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 1 double crochet, 7 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets to end our repeat. 1, 2, 3. And that ends the repeat. Let's recap. Row 13's repeat began over here with 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 7 single crochets, 1 double crochet, and 3 single crochets ends the repeat. So you're going to continue to work that exact set all the way down your row and meet up with me when you're ready for row 14. Row 14 begins now, and we are working in color B. Row number 14's repeat begins with 2 single crochets, 1, 2, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 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 1 single crochet, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and we will end the repeat with 1 single crochet. So let's recap what we've done. Row number 14's repeat began with 2 single crochets, 2 double crochets, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 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 1 single crochet, 2 double crochets, and we end with 1 single crochet. So you're going to continue to work that exact set on down your row, and then we will meet up when you're ready for row 15. Row 15 begins now, and we are working in color A. Row 15's repeat begins with 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 2 single crochets, 1, 2, 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 1 double crochet, 2 single crochets, 1, 2, 1 double crochet, ends the repeat. So now let's recap what we've done. Row 15's repeat began with 2 double crochets, 2 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 3 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 single crochets, and we end with 1 double crochet. So you're going to continue to repeat that exact set and meet up with me for row 16. Row 16 begins now, and we are working in color B. Row 16's repeat begins with 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 1 double crochet, 9 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 double crochet, and 2 single crochets to end the repeat. 1 and 2. All right, so let's recap what we've done. Row number 16's repeat began with 3 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 9 single crochets, 1 double crochet, and we end with 2 single crochets. So you're going to continue to work that exact set of stitches. Meet up with me for row number 17. Row 17 begins now, and we are working in color A. Row 17's repeat begins with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 double crochet, 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 double crochets to end the repeat. 1 and number 2. So let's recap it. Row 17's repeat began with 3 double crochets, 5 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 5 single crochets, 2 double crochets. So you're going to keep repeating that exact set of stitches and meet up with me for row 18. Row 18 begins now, and we are working in color B. Row 18's repeat begins with 6 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 1 single crochet, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and we end the repeat with 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that ends the repeat. Let's recap. Row number 18's repeat began with 6 single crochets, 2 double crochets, 1 single crochet, 2 double crochets, and we end with 5 single crochets. So you're going to work that exact set of stitches and then meet up with me for row 19. Row number 19 begins now, and we are working in color A. Row number 19's repeat begins with 6 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. Now we're going to work 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll end with 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that ends the repeat. We're going to recap. Row 19's repeat began with 6 double crochets, 5 single crochets, and then we end with 5 double crochets. So you're going to continue to work that exact set. Meet up with me for row 20 when you're ready. Row 20 begins now. We are working in color B, and row 20 is our final row. Row 20's repeat begins with 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 double crochet, and we'll end the repeat with 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let's recap what we've done. Row 20's repeat began with 8 single crochets, 1 double crochet, and we end with 7 single crochets. From here, you're going to go ahead and work this exact set of stitches and then meet up with me one final time so we can talk about how you can repeat this design or finish it out if you're using just one simple piece in a project or at the end of the project that you make using this piece. After completing row number 20, you can rewind back in the same exact video back to row 3, and you would work rows 3 through 20 as many times as you would like to grow your project. Once you've completed row 20 for the final time, you are still going to rewind back and work row number 3 as your final row so that you can even this out and make the start of your project look like the end of your project. Or if you're just using this as one section of a mosaic sampler blanket, for instance, you still want to work row 3 as your final row so that it is even and puts the color and the shape and fills all this in up here so that it looks like it's finished. Hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. A thumbs up is always appreciated. And as always, I truly appreciate you for watching. Until next time, bye for now.